The first one that I'm going to be showing you today is called the, there's different versions. There's loops. This is a banner, a name banner, or the homecoming banner where you can put the letters on. And I'm going to show you how to do this. This is a little time consuming, so I went ahead and started it out, but I'm still going to show you how to do it. The banners themselves are the 1 5/16 gold label. Hello, hello, hello. So I have red, and then where's my black? There it is. I have the black. Ooh, that's backwards. So they're 1 5/16. Now, depending on which one you want to show, this is going to be on my guy's garter mum. Oh yes, Jace, do you feel better? I hope so. You need to relax. I put the red on top and the black on the bottom. And then what we're attaching it to is the 7/8, which is just the ribbon that I used on Monday when I did the majority. And I'll be using that today too. Yes, I'm in the living room for the first time today. Been in bed. Good! You should stay in bed and just chill out. Okay, so normally your attached ribbon is going to be a little bit smaller than the actual banner itself. And we all cut our ribbon the dovetail way. This is the backwards way. So I have black in the back, and then I have red up front because my letters are the block letters. They're like the traditional high school football letters that I'm going to put homecoming on. And they'll fit right in between. And I'll start that as well so that way you can see. So since the black is going to be longer, I cut the black at 4 inches. And then the red is at 3.5. Now, if you wanted to make it longer, you could. If you wanted to make shorter, you just shorten up. But you just need to have a 1/2 inch shorter than the other one, so it creates that effect. So all I'm going to do is put them together. I'm going to fold them. I want to make sure that I'm going the right way because I did this a couple times today where I didn't cut them at the point. So hopefully you can see. Hello, Jinx. Hi, LaShanta. And I'm going to cut. Just like you would ribbons. And you'll have a lot of those little ones. Okay? So you have your points. So now all I'm going to do is take them and line them up. Okay? I'm lining them up. That's why it's shorter. And I'm going to put them down. Now the way I measure is normally I'll just take a point on my board or my ruler and I make sure that the points are even. So here I have 2 inches. So the point is here. So I'm going to 2 inches. So it's going to be right there. So the point is at 2 inches. Okay. And then you're going to staple it, just making sure that everything's aligned. And I'm going to give it 2 staples. And you're not going to see it, so I'm not worried about it. Hello, Brian. Oh, thanks, Jinx. The other side is blue. I love blue. It's my favorite color. However, last year's mums and all the hot glue has done a toll on it, so I had to turn it over. Once again, I'm lining them up, folding them. Okay, and then I'm going to create the point. Now, if you wanted to, you could do it the other way. You could do a dovetail. I did that on one Pee Wee Mom last year. That was a lot of fun. You could do it whichever way. So now I'm going to line it up. My 2 inches, bring it in a little. Sorry if you guys can hear in the background. Dan is in here with Ricky playing games. And I'm sorry I'm not reading comments right now. I just want to get this done so that way I can load it onto YouTube. I found out when I was trying to load the other one that, you know what, that point is, I got to get that point just a little bit better. That I can only load the video once. So I want to try to get through these. I'll still answer questions, but I want to make sure that once I put this on YouTube, y'all can see. All right, y'all can see this, correct? Let me just try to put it down just a little bit more. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. There. So I'm lining up with the 2 inches and then putting it down. And then stapling. Okay? I wanted to make sure I had enough to put homecoming on there. So that is your banner. Either you can put their name on it, or I'm going to put homecoming because it's going to be on this a little bit longer. This comes out to 22 inches. However, this is going to say homecoming on it. Now, up here, oh, I've got all my, I've got all my little trinkets. I've got a whole bin. I've got a huge silver football that I'm going to use on a senior mom. I've got some cute graduation hats that I'm going to use on a senior mom. Really, really cute. So let me see. Let's see. I thought I had small footballs. Bear with me here. I got megaphones for cheerleaders. I got all the trinkets in here. Oops, sorry. There we go. There's my football. God, I have the bells. Those go on the mums as well. Oh, that's cool. Oh, here we go. All right. So normally I'll put a trinket up top. For guys, of course, they don't want anything too girly because, you know, they want something manly, but they still want a homecoming mom. Hello, hello, hello. I am not from Texas. No, Rosa. I'm from Illinois, but I live in San Antonio, Texas now for 13 years. I know, right? Hi, Nadine. So I would put a trinket up top, but I wanted to show you the letters. These I got from, I want to say Hobby Lobby. I could be wrong. I can't remember. I took them off. So the H, I would just make sure it's centered and put it on down. Now before I put it on down, I do put tacky glue underneath it. It dries clear because sometimes the adhesive on these does not work whatsoever. I found that the hard way the first time I did moms. It was awful. So, but I'm just going to show you for right now, and then I'll tack it down later. You can get the idea of it. So this one obviously is going to be it's going to be football. I used this with a name too. That was fun. Where's the E? Hi, Sandra Easterby. Dan, say hello.
Hello.
He says hello. Hi, CD. Hi, Ty. Hi, Rebecca. Let's see who I missed. Nadine. Put my E down. I will move this one up a little because that's a little bit too close. But let's just get these letters on here so that way you can see. Hi Doris, how are you? Mums are big, and yes they are. They are so, so big. And we just don't mean like they're popular. They are big. They get really big. Ooh, let me get the middle out. You could use any letters. I have scroll letters for the ladies. Bear with me here for just a minute. I gotta keep flipping the pages back and forth. I like these black letters, especially for football players. They love them. N and G. Oh, absolutely. Hi, Regina. How's it going, honey? Ugh. See, with the G's and everything, trying to get the little area between there, oh, and not rip the entire letters is insane. So there we have Homecoming. And this one trinket's a little small, but I normally put champions over there or #1 or something like that. This is very basic because it's for a guy. Girls, it's blinged out. We got glitter. I try not to use any glitter ribbon when putting the letters on because they don't stick. And I'll have to use a lot of glue, but they get blinged out. But I just wanted to show you this flag banner. I call this the dragon scale. Because to me it looks like a dragon scale. I've heard it called the triangle as well, the triangle braid. What's the other name for it? I can't remember. I like to call it the dragon because it looks like dragon scales to me. And this is what I used on my mom last year that were the dragons. So this one I already have done. This is for a guy. And once again, I would put a trinket up top of some sort. It could be this, it could be a football, just something. With this one, you could put the name of the school right here. I could put Wagner or WHS on it. It's completely, up to you, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to show you how to do it because it's a lot of fun and it's super easy. It looks complicated, but super, super easy. Yes, we have battery operated lights too. The ribbon I use is the gold label, and it's a non-wired ribbon, and it's satin luster. I have the black and the red. And for the dragon scale, now you can use the 5/16. I use the 1 5/16 because I want to make it bigger. The smaller you get, the more time consuming it is. So that's why I make them bigger. Okay, so I keep this on the roll. I don't cut it just yet because it's just easier to do it this way. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I have a nice square, there we go, edge. Oh, I meant to square it off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is fold it down to make a triangle. Okay, that's all I did. I hope you can see. Hi, Barbara. Yeah, it's the nice ribbon. It's the gold label. That's when I first started doing moms. I was always told, use the gold, use the gold. I'm like, what are you talking about? Hi, Barbara. So once again, I take the point and I fold it down to make a triangle. And then I fold the other side down to match it. This is the easiest way that I have found. And then you cut right where you folded to make that triangle. Okay? And I'm going to do a couple more so that way you can see. Once again, I'm taking the point. Now you can either bring it down to you, or I'm trying to make it so that way you can see. The black is a little hard, but I'm just bringing it down to a point. Ooh, I got fluff on me. Okay, so I folded it down. Then I folded this side down to make that point up here. I'm going to crease it, flip it over, and then just cut. So that way you get that triangle. I'm waiting for the delay. There's a delay. Let me see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do one more, because this is going to be the girl one, where we're going to add some silver in it. We're going to bling it out. Tell you what, you make a mom for the ladies, you need to bling it out. And you're going to fold it down. Please pay no mind to my nails. Turn it over and then cut. Okay. Now if you wanted to, if you don't want to do it off the roll, you can cut it at 3 inches. Now this is the diamond dust. So you cut it at 3 inches, you do the same thing. You're going to fold it over, make that crease. Once again, these are non-wired, but you want to make sure that you pick the ribbon that will fold and hold that fold. That's why it's the acetate, or this is the polyester. Okay? Let's do that again. 3 inches. The silver's a little bit better for you to see. There you go. So you're going to fold down the corner. My hair is tickling my nose. Okay. You're going to fold the other end over to make that point. I'm not concerned that it doesn't match up here because this is going to be in the back and you're not going to see it. Okay, these are already folded. Let's go ahead and move on to the red. Same thing. Make sure it's a straight-ish line. Okay, so you're going to fold down, crease it, then fold down, crease it, and then cut. Or if you wanted to, you could cut them at 3 inches. And do the same thing. I just like doing it from the roll, but you may not. Whoa! I kept all types of wonky. I'm gonna have to cut that. See, that's why I like to do it from the roll. Because when I do it with my scissors, I won't use my rotary cutter on here because that's for mesh. There we go. One more. And then I'm going to attach it. Yeah, that was all types of wonky. Could be that the diamond dust is thicker. Yeah, I think it is. No, it's just a little bit. Hi, Dana. Hello. We're making dragon scales. Well, that's what I call them. That's not the technical term. It's the triangle. So now I'm going to switch to my 7/8. I'm going to go out to 36 inches. And I'm going to cut, because here in Texas you go big or you go home. Plain and simple. All right. So now all I'm going to do, let me make sure that that's under my hot glue gun. So now all I'm going to do, let me bring it closer so that way you can see. Now you can glue the triangles together all at once if you'd like. I just like doing it on the actual ribbon itself. It saves me some time. It's a little bit easier. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue. Doesn't need a lot. Acetate and hot glue do love each other. I'm going to place it down. Okay? Hi, Barbara. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my red. And I'm using red and black because it's Wagner High School. I'm going to put another little dab and put it down. And I'm just matching. I'll show you in just a minute. I am matching up my points. Okay, so the points are going straight. That's all I'm doing. And then I'm going to go in with my silver. And then I'm going to continue that pattern. So this one will be longer because it's going to be on Girl's Mom. See how pretty that's going to be? Hi, Lee. Hi, Marcella.
Hey, what are we getting for dinner?
I don't know. What do you want for dinner?
I don't know.
What do we want for dinner, guys?
What do we want for dinner? Do my mom drop silvers? Probably not.
No. I don't know. Ask Mom. You guys pick.
You know what Mom's gonna say?
What? Fries?
Oh, honey,
You can hear no mad faces, guys.
Who gave a mad face?
I don't know who gave a mad face.
Get out of
Probably
here.
because they heard you swear.
I didn't swear.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You said GD.
No, I didn't.
You just did.
To who? God, I swear so much I don't even realize it.
I know, right? So I'm just building them. Now you could use 2 colors like I did here. You could use the 3 if there's 4 colors in.
I don't think I swore.
Root beer float for dinner. Yes! Yes!
I didn't swear. Guys, did I swear? I didn't swear. No. Did you guys hear me swear? Ricky and I have been very considerate and been whispering at each other. Chick-fil-A actually does sound good.
Yeah, we could do Chick-fil-A.
It's very expensive.
Oh, okay. Root beer floats. No, Josie said no.
Ha!
She couldn't hear you.
Ha-ha!
Ha-ha.
Actually, more people are saying that they didn't hear me swear.
So guys, you're just lining up your points. I know that it's, it's time consuming, but honestly, on a mom, when everything's together, this is a big impact. And that's what you want. You want an impact piece to go on your mums, not just ribbon.
Hey, Tidy, what's cooking? Oh, Dana, God bless America. Get out.
Why are you so mean?
Me and Dana always have a thing.
Yep.
She calls me Tidy Bowlan.
Why?
Don't worry about it.
I'm just layering them up. And I found all my My tinsel, my Christmas tinsel. Ooh, that's really sparkly in their face. I'm just making sure that it's straight. I know I'm not looking at comments or anything like that. Sorry. Dan is behind the camera, so he's kind of like filtering for me.
Not
but
really.
I need to make... Okay.
I gotta go order and stuff.
Okay.
And by cooking, guys, no, not cooking.
You love me, Dan. That's what Dana said.
You do make it fun, Dana.
Yeah, you do. They all make it fun. I try to make it fun. Did I make it fun?
I like having.
I like to do different things.
I like having a dumb nickname.
Hi. That's warm.
Danny?
Danny?
I'm gonna-
Oh!
I'm gonna
That's
kick your
right.
throat off.
Thank you for reminding me, Richard.
Wow.
Everybody needs to congratulate
No,
Dan.
No, they don't.
We found
No,
out
they don't.
yesterday, that's why I didn't go live,
Nope.
is his daughter had a reveal
Nuh-uh.
of the gender of the child.
Of the
He's
child.
gonna be a grandpa to a baby boy.
I'm gonna be a pawpaw,
He's
y'all.
gonna be a
I'm
pawpaw.
gonna be Uncle Rick.
And he's gonna be Uncle Rick. I'm not cooking either. Right, Tina?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be grandpa. They can call me pawpaw because they're from
I
Alabama.
think he'd be pawpaw.
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 And Amy's gonna be mama.
So let's see some hearts.
Amy's gonna be mama.
He's gonna be a grandpa, guys.
Or Meemaw.
Yay! You're getting all the hearts, bro. Get all the hearts.
I was all excited.
Everybody says congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations to
And
my
another
daughter.
mean face. Yeah, congratulations to Ariel. Stop with them angry faces. If you're angry, go out and come back in.
Apparently,
Then this is not the live for you guys.
apparently, you guys, you can do like genetic testing on your baby to see if they're genetically predisposed. Bleh.
So what?
Exactly. We're all like, what?
Predisposed to certain genetic conditions, and I didn't know that, but apparently for Ariel's baby, my grandchild, that it all came back negative. So that's great news.
Yay.
What does that mean?
We are excited.
It's not papa, it's pawpaw.
Pawpaw.
Like PAWPAW.
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 I'm going shopping this weekend. I've already told
Thanks, Dana.
Ariel's mom. I'm like, we need to coordinate because
Yeah. We don't want Amy getting the baby like Fortnite stuff because she's used to shopping for Ricky.
I am.
I'm right here.
And
Well,
then-
he definitely needs some cowboy boots from Texas.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna have a Buc-ee's. I need to go to Buc-ee's and get a
We
onesie.
call them poop kickers here in Texas.
Damn poop kickers.
Yes, we need to go to Buc-ee's and get him a onesie because that's like a staple.
She just wants an excuse.
Oh, grandchildren are the greatest.
She just wants an excuse to go to Buc-ee's.
I don't need an excuse. I could tell you. I could tell you, and you'd be like, "Yeah, let's go."
She just wants to go get beef jerky. Dana says,
Dude, I love beef jerky from there.
"Fine, congrats, Tidy Bowl Pawpaw."
Teddy ball, pawpaw.
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 Do it.
I don't know. He may call me grandfather or whatever. I don't really care.
You don't care.
I do care. But I'm gonna tell Ariel I don't care.
You're gonna love that child no matter what.
Hmm.
Oh my God! There was all a bunch of silence.
I was thinking of that. The
Oh,
seagulls.
he could call him Tiny Bowl. I know, Rosa, right? You don't need an excuse to go there.
And a Bucky stuffed toy.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little Bucky. Ricky has one. Ricky gets a shirt every time we go. So Ricky,
Better get me one.
of course.
We'll get the baby a onesie that says "I break for beavers."
If you don't know what that is, they're called beaver nuggets. I brought some to Crafters Convention.
No, the mascot of Bucky's
Is a beaver.
Is a beaver. It's Bucky Beaver.
Bucky
So
beaver.
you
All right,
get
guys.
shirts that have beaver puns on them.
So you can tell this is a lot longer than the guys. And the guys I will cut a little bit shorter. But now, you can bling it out however you want. It's already kind of blinged. And like I said, I get this stuff at the end of Christmas.
That's Wagner right there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm making it for Wagner. You could put this here. There is, like I said, there's a whole bunch of trinkets.
All right, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm
All
gonna
right.
have a brewski and order.
If they're a sophomore, you can, let me bring this over here so that way you can see what I'm doing. If they're a sophomore, you can put a sophomore in there. There's junior, senior, etc. What did I do with the megaphone? Here's a little megaphone if it's a cheerleader. There's, what else I got? What else I got? If they are into sports, like I said, I got a lot of soccer and a lot of, I always go to Travis's. Travis is my go-to place for mom supplies. So if you're in the San Antonio area, you could put a soccer ball up there. You can put the bling and the soccer ball. It just all depends. If there was, Wagner High School is the Thunderbirds. So I think that's really cool for the Thunderbirds. But you could put a paw print up there.
Well, it's 3 against 1.
I'm missing comments.
You dumped on.
I'm a nana of 3,
I thought you said you weren't interested.
20, 18, and 17. You didn't see my suggestion.
Grandma of 3 that are 20, 18, and 17 years of age.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay.
Hold on, Barbara. I need to scroll back up. I missed it. I'm sorry. No, Barbara, I didn't see yours.
How who?
Barbara, I'm sorry. I didn't see your comment. No, what's your suggestion? Respond again. Have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You could also put a football up there. Dance teams with a little boot. That's how you can bling it out. Let me put this over here. Just fun stuff. So that is my version of the dragon tail or triangle. So now you can see the difference. This is a little bit wider because I wanted it to be longer. This is for the guy, this is for the gal. Okay, so we did the other heart version on Monday. This is another version of the heart that I'm going to show you today. Okay, and I'm going to switch it up because I can put this on 2 homecoming moms. So I have two black, a red, and 2 black. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to put it on a black, and then it's going to be red, red, black, red, red. Okay, so let me put this over here. So these get cut at 7 inches, and it's a 7/8. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm trying to read as much comments as I can, but I also am going to load this up to YouTube. And unfortunately, I don't have the video software or whatever my son said, so I have to get in gear with that. So, like I said, these are cut at 7 inches. So I'm just going to cut them. And it's easy because you want 2. It's easy and hard at the same time. I like doing the other heart that I showed you on Monday more than I like this one. This one is super cute too. They both are. This one, I don't know if it's because it sits a different way. Oh no. What am I doing? I don't need them anymore, the black, because we're only going to do 1 black in the middle. So let me go in here and cut. And I didn't want to have this already ready because I wanted you to see how pretty that is in the lights. And underneath high school lights, it's even prettier. You get bells, you get trinkets, you get, well, some high schools don't do the bells anymore. So I have to make sure I'm mindful of that. Okay. One more. I appreciate you guys being here with me. And I would appreciate you liking and subscribing. If you are on my YouTube channel, if you're not, go ahead and make sure you subscribe. Much appreciated. Okay, so this one I'm going to do on the black. Once again, 36 inches. I'd rather have it longer where I can cut it down than having it short and then I have to add on. We just don't want to do that. Okay. See, this is where it gets a little weird because it's got to be on its side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all my loops first. Oh, absolutely, Doris. Hi, Gary. Yes, I need a drink. Okay, so I just do a little bit of glue. It doesn't need a lot. And I'm going to put them together. Okay, to make a loop. So the wrong side is going to be on the inside. I found this is a lot easier. I can't hold it yet in my hands to where they line up and then I can staple it. Yeah, it just doesn't work for me. So, sorry, I keep pulling away from the camera. That's all I'm doing is putting a little glue in there. Making sure that it's creating the heart itself. Okay? Oh, come on. There we go. And you see I'm just pulling down. I'm not, there's, like I said, there's really just a little bit of glue on there. Not a lot, but it really, acetate and glue do love each other. They bond. They're good friends. I appreciate you showing this. Oh, you're so welcome. And like I said before, and I'll say it again and again and again, these don't have to be just homecoming. If you have a mom-to-be, make this in blue or pink or yellow or green. These hearts would be adorable. The military braid would be adorable. You know, think outside the box. I've done mommy mums. And what's popular are the hearts and the military braids on the mommy mum. Obviously, they're not as big. Well, they can be. But they like to have it on there. Just love symbolized on here. So just think outside the box. What I'm teaching you is just the basics. And you go from there. Put it on. I know somebody on Monday said that they had somebody give them a whole bunch of racing horse or horse. I don't want to say racing because I'm not too sure if it's racing or not, but ribbons from competitions, and she wanted something to do with them. So absolutely, they can, you know, you can do this with them. Okay, so now I just leave a little bit at the edge, at the end, because this more than likely will have a bell attached or a trinket. But we're just going to put the 2 loops. I'm going to put it as close as I can to the camera so that way you can see. So I'm putting the 2 loops. So I have this right in the middle. It doesn't matter which way is which because it's going to hang this way. So I just put the 2 loops together. This is where I'm saying I have to glue them because my fingers and my brain they don't want to work too much. together when doing this, so that's why I glue them together. If you're able to do it, more power to you. Now I'm going to turn it around, and I am going to staple it right in the middle. Don't worry about that staple, okay? Because once again, you could put on either side and cover it up. You could put a bow. Where's that red? There we go. This is Christmas ribbon, wired Christmas ribbon. You're going to take the ribbon out, I'm sorry, not the ribbon, the wire out, and you're going to create a really cute that's not long enough. Hello, fingers. Let's work today. A really cute bow to go on either side. Do I have silver? I do have silver, so I may use silver. We'll finish this one off when I'm done. I do too, I think. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. We all did those little chains. Remember those little chains where you just took this and you just glued it in a circle, construction paper, and made a chain? This is basically what it is. So now all I'm doing is I'm taking one side, other side, matching them up, and then I'm just sliding them down inside the loops here. I hope you can see that. Let me wait until it catches up. Hi, Michelle. Let me wait until, I want to make sure that you can see this. There's a delay. There we go. Yeah, you can see it. So I maybe put it about 1/2 inch in. Okay. So I'll hold it here. I was like, I didn't realize Ricky left the room. Okay. I'm just going to make sure I'm going to bring it in. Make sure it's flush. I'm going to do a staple. You're not going to see the staple because you're going to put bling right here. Okay? So there's your start of your hearts. So now I'm going to go, now you can do as many as you want. I just like doing the 5 because I like to have a single color in the middle. So once again, the black is going to be hard to see, but I'm going to line those 2 up. I wish I could twist it for you. See, I'm lining them up, and then I'm going to take them and I'm just going to bring them down into the other one. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, I'm just bringing them down in, maybe about 1/2 inch, making sure that my loops, we all know about loops when making bows, make sure that they're somewhat the same. If it's a little off, it's okay. I'm going to pinch it. I'm going to take my hand stapler that I got on Amazon and staple it. Okay? Somewhat easy, right? I like the other way better. I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do. I like the other heart better. Because my fingers and my brain, I just can't, obviously I can do this one, it just doesn't wrap around like the other one does for me. Okay. 2 more. Bringing them together. Okay. I'm gonna bring them in about 1/2 inch. Making sure, hey, where are you going? You don't want to come to the party? Well, come on. We're all going to the party. Making sure that it's all flush. And if it's not straight, if it's bowing, just pull that ribbon. Put my stapler in there. There you go. Hi, Tina. But I do like the other, right, Tina? I do too. I'm partial to the other one, but it just depends, you know, what they want. And the other one is a little bit more detailed in the way that I do it. So obviously that's going to be a little bit more. Hi, Jackie. Oh, yay. Thank you, Jinx. I do. I love my stapler. If you look at my other videos, I was hot gluing. That's what jacked up the other side of my cutting board, is I was gluing everything. And I'm like, what the hey? And then finally, I was in Travis's, and my good friend Richard in there, he's just like, because I was telling him about my cutting board, and he's just like, why aren't you using a stapler? And I'm just like, what? What stapler? He's like, a hand stapler. I'm like, doy. It's like that light went on. I was like, ah. Okay. So now I'm just going to put a staple up top. Okay. Just to hold that in nice. There we go. Now. Where's my bling for this? Hold up. What happened to it? I need to get a bigger thing for my bling, huh? I just had it. I put it in here. See how much fun? How fun. They're in soccer, basketball. Hello, Bling, where are you? Not this one. There is another one. I need to get organized. I need little drawers. Alright, I can't find it, so I'm just going to cut another piece, which is around the table. I'm still here. I'm just cutting. Oh, I don't need to cut. I'll just grab a piece that you know what? I left it over there. That's why I couldn't find it. How pretty is this? I know Hobby Lobby has that. Travis's here in San Antonio. Love them. I will plug them to the day. After this Corona craziness is over, I would like to have a meet and greet at Travis's, do a little shopping, have a little lunch, or maybe lunch first and then shopping, because you don't want to shop on a hungry stomach. Hi, Tom. Yes, it's always the fun stuff. See, this is all like, okay, we can put it together, but I love, love, love. Okay. So this one's a little bit shorter, but what it is you want different levels on your mum itself. You want really long ones, you want short ones to go in between them. This can be long, and then you could put, I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to put the bling. All I did was put a little hot glue, and I'm putting it right in the middle. And see these little things drive me crazy. Okay, I'm going to wait until that cools because I don't want to screw that up. Nice. I need to do that. So I'm just putting hot glue and putting it right where it meets. And you're going to get strings. Hit it with the blow dryer. Strings go bye-bye. There. See how fun this is? There we go. And one more right at the top. Ooh, these strings are driving me. I know, Gary. I don't use them. Hi, Rose. I really don't, because I'm just used to burning myself. My sister, if she was on here, she could tell you. I just, if I burn myself, I burn myself. It's not that big of a deal. Not anymore. Where are you going? No, 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 no. You're gonna stay right there where I put you. Thank you. Now I'm just gonna cut off these little, I'll show you up close on another one. These little frays drive me crazy. There we go. There's these little, right here, these little frays. I don't know if you can see that. Those little frays you gotta cut off. Ugh. And there's your heart. That's your heart. Now, let me get the silver. There you are. So I got silver. And this is Christmas ribbon, guys. Christmas ribbon. I'm gonna cut it here. Take out the wire. Okay. Thank you, Dina. So, let me do it this way so that way you can see. So you're gonna cross them. Oh, I can't. I gotta do it this way. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna bunch it up in the middle. I don't know what they're watching. And then I will take, I don't have any silver. Oh, I have black. Hold, please. Obviously, you don't need this long of a pipe cleaner. And then you just do the same thing. Make sure that your little bows. And I have that little bow maker that I got from my subscription box from Deco Exchange. Ask me where it is now. No clue. I know exactly where it was when my room before cleaning. Now I have no idea where it is. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut it at a little diagonal. Little diagonal. I'm going to take this. This is the fun part of the homecoming, is decorating. Okay, so that's one. I'm going to put on the side. Let me make another. Let me make sure I make the same size. Oof. They're watching something on YouTube. I have no idea what it is. Yeah, they're watching something on YouTube. That's why he's making those noises. Okay, I'm just taking out the wire so you're not missing anything. I don't like keeping the wire in because when the girls are sitting down or, you know, if they're moving, it's just, they'll get squashed and they'll stay that way. And I don't expect them to know how to fluff it out. And you don't need to. You need to just take out the wire. So ideally you would have a lighter. I don't have a lighter, but I have the hot area of my hot glue gun. And I'm just going to run it along the sides just so it doesn't fray. That's hot, hot, hot. That's all I'm going to do. This may be a little bit bigger. That's okay. We'll just cut down the... Bear with me here, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So I take my pipe cleaner. I'm going to bring it around. Now you're not going to see that pipe cleaner because we're going to bling out this bow too. Everything gets blinged out, guys. Everything. They are, Gary, it's never a dull moment in this house whatsoever. I've been making these for 3 years. and I love it. I absolutely love it. I didn't know what they were at first. Okay, let me go ahead and cut that off. And cut this off at a diagonal. Okay, get rid of this. Put this over there. I'm just making sure that this is straight. Let me put this back. Because I want to make sure I'm putting things back. Yes. All right. How cute. Okay, this one's a little bigger. It's all right. All right, so now I'm going to put it on either side. Don't look, Gary. Don't look. Look away. Look away. I've burned my fingers so many times. To me, it's fine. So I'm putting, ay, see? I did it again. In that case, I'll just take my pliers. I'll just hold it there for a minute. Okay. Gonna fluff this out a little. So now I have a cute little bow on either side. And in the middle of these little cute little bows, I've got a little strand of bling that I'm gonna put in there. Just because. You gotta bling it out, baby. Hi, Connie. Just put hot glue. Look away. Look away. Then put it on. So you're gonna see the black behind it, but the bling is what pops. I'm gonna do it on the other side. These little areas I'm not really concerned about. With this, come on. Thank you. Just to finish it off. That's what you want to do. You want to finish it off. So now you have a bling, bling, a bling, bling. And I don't want to move this just yet, but you'll push these to the side so it'll look like a bow right here. Thank you so much. So that is the heart with the bling bling. I put it like that. And that. Look how fun that is. I'm gonna call this the inner weave. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it's the loop-de-loop. And it's see-through. So when you're putting down, you'll see when I put it together, when you put down like a silver ribbon on the backing, it'll show through because they're see-through. I am still working from home, Michelle, but can't talk. That way you can see it a little bit better. No bad faces. You can always also bling out with deco tubing when you make your little loops. And put that, I like to do that on the military braids. All right, let's get started with this. So we already have a bling here. I use the red, what is this called? It doesn't say, but it's 5/8. And this is testy ribbon. Hi, Betsy. It's stiff and it curls on its own. It's like curling ribbon, but it's not. And it doesn't say what it is. I don't know what type of ribbon this is. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to do the opposite on this one. Like I said, I'm making it for like 2 girls' moms. Bye, Dana. Have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me. Bling. That's right, Betsy. Bling. So I'm going to have this in the middle and then this on either side. And this perks up just a little bit more than this one because of the ribbon itself, but it still looks awesome. So these, I'm going to cut them together. You're going to cut them at 8 inches. Okay. He said he was ordering dinner, but I don't think he's ordering dinner. No, that was supposed to be 1. That's okay. We'll use that in another project. I was looking at that one. I'm like, I'm going to do that right there. So I'm going to take the silver. This is metallic nylon. This is 5/8. It's very flimsy, but it's great for this. It's great for the Fancy Victory that I showed you on Monday. Love it. I don't throw away my scraps when I'm doing these because these little pieces I can use in a loop braid. They're all called braids, but it's not really a braid. It just has different loops, and it's just something else to put on the mum that just sparkles and is awesome. Okay, for reals. Can I ask how much you charge for a mummy? You sure can. My single mum, like I did for the gentleman, the purple and the gold and the yellow, is now it's $85. And then it goes up from that. Little peewees are $70, I believe. It's on my Etsy page at amyrosecrafts.etsy.com. They go all the way up to the Senior Spectacular, which can run up to $400. They get 4. This is my show mums are going to be extras added in so they can see what they can have on their mums, but it's all extra. So each braid would be $5.50, anywhere from $2 to $5.50 more. So $2 to $5.50 more. Only because it's time consuming, and you need to, you know, all the extras, the little extras that are done. I need to get paid for that. Sorry, not sorry. But the double mums, because there's 2 mums within that one, that's $135, I think. Honestly, I haven't looked at them. I haven't looked at the prices. But a lot of my orders, when I get them, the moms, I get boyfriend orders, well, their mom orders, and they will ask for any additional stuff that I will charge. But the base itself starts at $85 for just a single. And then you got your peewees, etc. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So this is going to start out like the heart that I showed you on Monday. I'm going to right angle them. Then I'm going to put my bling. Now you don't have to put the bling on these if you don't want to. It just looks stunning with them. You're going to do the same thing with the bling. All right? And then you're going to staple it. All right? So now I use masking tape. What is this for? I just got here. Margarita, hello! This is for a homecoming mom here in Texas. I tape that down only because there's some folds that you need help with. Okay, so now the wrong side is facing me. I am going to cross it. Okay. See where we're going here? And then I'm going to flip it in. Come on. This is why I need help. So I'm going to continue with that right angle, making sure that everything is lined up straight. That's why that piece of tape is there. Let me show you. So I'm making that right angle again, okay? And then I'm going to staple it. Okay? So that's one. See how cute that is? How fun. Let's do another one. So I cut 4 pieces of, I only did a 3 chain. You can do up to 5, 6, whatever the case may be, however long you want to do. But I cut 4 pieces of the red and silver because those are going to be either side of my red and black. So I did need these 2. I don't know why I did that. Okay, same thing. I'm going to put it at a right angle. Put my bling. Need to have bling. Need to have bling. Okay. And staple in the corner. Flip it over. Take your masking tape. Everybody needs help from time to time, right? Thank you. We all need help from time to time. That's a helper. Then I'm going to take it, twist it in on itself, and it naturally, the ribbon goes where it should because of the way I stapled it with the right angle. And then we're going to twist it in. So let me show you the back. Right angle. Staple. How fun. Okay. Now, this ribbon right here just has a mind of its own. See how it just curls? All right, same thing. Right angle. Gonna take my bling. Bling, 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 bling. Make sure it's just in the middle. Okay. Make sure that's lined up. Staple. Flip it over. Where did I put my masking tape? There you are. This one I definitely need the masking tape for because these things, let me show you. So you'll fold, if you can't do it two-handed, fold in one, okay? Then fold in the other, all right? So you're gonna have an X. Then you're gonna flip it under, flip it under. And you're going to create that right angle. That's a little bit off. It's okay. I'm going to cut it. Cut that little piece off. See? It just wants to But it's okay, because now this one's in the middle. I'm going to take this one. Let me show you here. I don't know if you can see. But I'm putting the point inside the point. Let me push that back so that way you can see. I'm putting the point inside the point. I hope you can see that. Right? They're in the living room, believe it or not. Oh, Michelle, I practiced. I looked up videos. I looked at, and then you're going to staple right in the middle. Okay, it doesn't matter how many staples, because this is going to be covered up. I am out of staples. I'm out of staples. Hold, please. Now you can see how I load it. I take it out. You load from up here. Whoa. I looked at videos. I actually had one of my good friends from the shows. She gave me some inspiration. I talked to people in the school district. Mainly it was YouTube. So that's why I'm doing this for YouTube. All right. Once again, lining this up. You'll see it better when I do the top one. I want to do the bottom one first. I'm just going to staple it in. There. So let me take this masking tape off. I am going to see where that point is. I'm matching it up with the cross where it meets. Okay. And then I am stapling. Now, I'm going to find that center. You're going to staple that. Especially with this one. It will behave once it's stapled. It's just this red ribbon that just doesn't want to behave. Come on now. Don't curl. There we go. And when it hangs, it'll be a lot easier too. And I do the same down here. Just find the middle, wherever it like falls, and then staple. Fun part now. Fun part. We get to bling it out. I don't like this too much because I have already all of this in here, but I like the silver. I love the silver. So now I cut about 1 inch. Okay. And so, oh, let me show you. So I just cut a piece, not measuring. I cut a piece for the top, making sure the point is in the middle of that ribbon. Stapling. That's what I forgot to do. Okay, so now we have this here. So now I'm going to take my Christmas garland, because yes, it's Christmas garland. I don't care what anybody tells you. And start blinging it out. Well, good. I'm glad you're fascinated. This one just doesn't want to lay right, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to be mad at it. Okay, so I'm just going here, and I'm just getting my scissors. I'm going to cut my inch. Inch-ish. The bottom and the top, I want to do a little bit bigger, but the middle, I'm curling in. You really can't see, but when I cut it, I'm just curling in the little edges, bringing it up, put my glue in there, and then placing it down. Okay? You just want to hide that staple. Okay? Doing the same thing. Bring it in there, placing it down. It's gonna drive me nuts. It's all right. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, that is gonna drive me nuts. Hold, please. I'm gonna take that staple out. And it's easy. If something doesn't work, you're gonna cover this up anyways. You're not gonna hurt it if you take out the staple. All right, how would you like to go? I need to ask it. Do you want to go there? Is that it? Is that the problem? There we go. That was the problem. We got it. See, I just work with what I got. And yes, this tinsel is a mess. It's an absolute mess. But look how cool this looks. Ugh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love everything about it. I'm gonna put double up here. Why not? Because we can. Because it's homecoming. Like I said, go big or go home. Now on this one I did the circles. Like we did on the hearts. This one I'm going to put some squares. Just make it a little bit different. So I'm going to take my roll. I'm going to measure out. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do 4. So I got to get rid of these little. I'm going to cut up right up through the middle. So I'm doing, when I say 4, I'm just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then making a square. Yes, you're welcome. What kind of ribbon is the red and black again? This one, the shiny red, I have no clue. It says 100% PLT. Let me give you the number. There's the item number, R as in Roger, J as in George. J as in George. Really, Amy? J as in Jordan. 2051. F as in Frank. K as in kite. I want to say it's like curling ribbon. It doesn't say what type of ribbon it is. It's from Expressions. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2. Oh, I only need 3. What am I doing? I'm still cutting. Well, I should. So now I'm going to put that bling, that square, right in the middle. You don't need a lot. Just putting a little bit. Because that'll adhere. It just creates a little bit of pop. There. And the glue strings. Little bit of glue right here. I'm gonna say it's a Christmas ribbon because you can see the reflection off of it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit behind here. There we go. They're watching some race on YouTube. Sorry. This is life, guys. You either have dogs in the background or family. You choose. Just want to make sure that it's secured down. Just putting a little bit of glue on the points. Okay. That looks so cool. I love that. I love either one. So that row added is $5.50, Amy? Yes. This would be $5.50 added to the, because it's a lot of time. And I know I wasn't, you know, we were talking, etc., but a lot of them want a lot more things on it, and I'm more than happy to put it on there. But just like with the wreath, you have to pay, you know. You don't have to pay, but you need to price accordingly. And I didn't do that my first year. And then everybody else is like, well, you shouldn't, this is like, should be blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'll put it up in just a minute. Okay. So here's the, that didn't come down. Hold on. Let me get the little glue. Doop. Doop. There. We can hear you. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much, Barbara. So that's what it looks like. Are you able to see now? Sorry, my back is starting to hurt because I'm trying to put it closer to the camera. Let me pull out the other one so that way you can see that one. So just, it's the same thing, just different versions. Well, not different versions, but different. This is the same, but this has the circle diamond mesh, I believe it's called. And this is the square that you put in there. Hi, Rose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me pull out everything that we made this evening. And this will be up on YouTube. Let me put these together. And I'll put up the camera so that way you can see everything. This, I still have to bling out. There's that one. Let's get the dragon scales. I love the dragon scales. And then the banner that says homecoming on it. Let me go ahead and lift the camera up a little so that way you can see all of it. Oh, you can see all of it. Yeah, but you can get an idea of everything. Hold on, let me get the comments. Blah, 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 blah. Too long for you. I gotta finish up some other things. I gotta pack that. I gotta make some lollipops for orders. And It's still a busy night. We will put this mum together. I was hoping it would be on Friday or this weekend. But I want to show you more of the braids and the ribbon folds because there are tons. And I feel that even if you don't do them, you get a better understanding. You know, maybe you do have a Texas customer and they may ask you, do you do mums? Well, there it is. Maybe. Are you showing us more next time? Doris, I will. I sure will. On Friday, we'll do, I don't know how many more. We could do 4 more. Trust and believe. There's a whole Texas one that's about this big. And it's, if you've ever done lattice work on a pie, that's what that is. All right, guys. You all have a blessed evening. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, really appreciate it. Please be kind. Smize with your eyes. Get those eyeballs up. And until next time, so long, farewell, Avida saying adieu, 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 to you and you and you. Bum ba dun 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 dun. Bye guys. Mwah. Have a great evening. See you next time. Awkwardly walking behind the camera. Bye.